Hey guys, KilloX here, and now playing some more Realm of the Mad God, back to the first game I played for the channel, and as the Huntress again, but this time it's for something important. If you see the fame at the right, I'm about to get another fame star, which will be good because that adds another star to my character, which I guess getting stars on your character just makes things better. And the dungeon I'm playing at right now is the sewers, which I hate. It's a very annoying dungeon because you see this stuff right here, the sewer water basically. It makes it so you can't get healed at all. So you gotta know what you gotta do because all this damage you're not gonna be getting health from unless you stand out of it. And even then it takes a little bit. And then now I'm finally getting health. Very annoying dungeon. Um, Although there are two different kind of like treasure rooms for this dungeon. I have ran into one of them. The thing is, you see that rat right there? There's a certain kind of rat called the golden rat, and you'll know if it's there because it will shout out squeak when it's nearby you. The problem is, when you run into it, it starts running really fast in the opposite direction of where you're going, and if it gets too far away from you, it despawns. And that's exactly what happened to me. And potential white bag drop if I did kill him. There's also another one that's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles reference, which is pretty cool. Um, Although if I do get that one, I have to be very careful because you have to say a specific phrase depending on a question that he gives. Like, one of the questions is like, what time is it? And you have to answer very specific. And if you don't answer, like, in enough time, or don't answer correctly, he starts shooting at you. Which makes you lose the chance of getting a white bag, sadly, from him. But the boss here is really annoying because his final form can easily kill someone if they're not lucky, or at least just don't know what to do during that phase, because he can easily kill you. I should be dropping some traps. I don't know why I haven't. I'm really close to 400 fame at 398 right here. Trying to stay out of the water as much as I can, but yeah, it's kind of hard. Oh, that's a slime right there. They have a good chance of dropping death, which is good. I've actually gotten like 4 just from the enemies in the dungeon, which are those ones specifically that you can get the death from. Jeez, he's so far away. If you look at the map and where I am, it's gonna take a long time to get. So, I'm just gonna do everyone a favor here and speed this up. There we go. Wow. I just got another fame star, which got it from killing a sewer goblin. Uh Now I need 800, so 2 times what it took me to get back there is what's going to give me the next fame star, which there's a lot of fame needed for that. Like, you need to kill quite a few enemies just to get 1 fame. So you gotta do that around 400 times. That's great. Just for 1 more fame star. Because then I think next it asks for 2,000. And then it's finally done. It's finally done then. Also, these stupid bats, they confuse you. That's great. I'm gonna speed this up again too, because this dungeon may take a while before something interesting actually comes up. Okay, so now we are up to the boss, but before I beat him, he does have some people around him that can be quite troublesome during the battle, so I'm just gonna beat them first. You know, because they cause slowing, and on his final form, the last thing you want to do is get slowed. Especially because you would take the maximum amount of damage from, well, not the maximum amount of damage, it's just you wouldn't be getting healed because you'd have to run inside this with the strategy you need. Also, didn't get a single, defense from those three, but that's not surprising. So those red shots right there, they cause armor breaking, which those will cause you to take the maximum amount of damage, which is really bad. So the first form is really easy. You could just stand and take all the shots. Even though this looks like a lot, and it could do a lot of damage, it really doesn't do a lot unless if you stand directly on them, because those armor-breaking shots will really get you. But, oh yeah, if you take way too long, then these little guys come and they start just shooting everywhere with these bombs. But they do despawn eventually, so you don't need to actually go out of your way and beat them like how I'm doing for some reason. He should be getting onto phase 2 soon. Okay, I'm kind of losing health because I'm armor broken and not getting healed. Alright, he's on phase 2. So now he splits into two tinier versions, which I don't know if it's better. I don't think they don't shoot as fast, obviously. Armor broken right here, which isn't too good. But obviously you see that if they broke into 2, then they'd obviously break into 4s. Like right now, there it is right there. Instead of shooting as like a full circle, now they shoot directly at you with those red shots. So that's a problem you gotta deal with. But it does get kind of harder. It's pretty good to take one out one at a time because they start to disappear to go to the final form, which is very difficult. I've seen someone die very quickly to the final form before. Mainly because they weren't actually doing good. I don't know what their strategy was, but it wasn't smart. Because this is what happens. He grows like a lot larger than before. He gets really pissed off and he starts chasing after you and just starts shooting a bunch. You can't be paralyzed, so you just gotta keep on running, but the problem is you're not getting help that entire time. Not a white bag, but it's a defense. I'll take it. Defense is always good. Although I do need an attack, which is what this this key is for. I'm going to be opening a Puppet Master, which if I get enough damage in on the final chest, I should be getting myself an attack potion. These guys, not the Medusas, they're annoying, but these stone column dudes are the fucking worst. Look, okay, these guys are easy. These ones, because whenever you try to hit them, they're constantly healing each other. So you need to stand like directly on them and try to get as much damage in as possible. But it's just super hard because they just keep on healing each other. Like, okay, I beat them, but that was because I have a pet that's doing a ton of damage to him while I'm doing it. But if you're alone, you're gonna have a hard time actually trying to get the damage in that you need. Because they just keep on healing each other. It's not like they have way too much health. Well, it kinda is, because they kinda don't die as quickly before they're already healed. Wish that was a dungeon. There's a really rare dungeon that can spawn in. For the moment. I don't know if it's temporary, but it's the Cave of 1,000 Treasures, which I have actually never been to before. Not too good, but I want one. I want to go through one, because, like, the thing is, it doesn't have any super rare loot that you can get from it, but you can get a, something that's pretty helpful, but it's not, like, a very good weapon just for that dungeon. You could get it pretty much in a lot of the harder dungeons. It's just not too easy. So, UDL or, well, Undead Lair. I need a Doom Bow. That's what you can get from this guy. Septavius, the, Ghost God. It's a really good weapon. It does a ton of damage, but it only shoots one shot. It's really good for getting a lot of loot from things. That's why I want it really bad, because, you know, you need to get, like, that's why I'm play these alone, because I have a guaranteed chance of loot. It's just I have a better chance of getting the super rare item that I want really bad. This dungeon's annoying, mainly because of those slimes. There's also traps in the floor that if you stand directly on them and they blow up, you could easily die, which I have actually done before, especially because of the circle ones. I'll show you one. That's a square one. If I stand, okay, if I stand next to it, it explodes into like just like one fourth of what the circle shot would. But the circle shot, right there, it explodes in a full circle, and if one hits you, it's pretty bad. But if every single one hits you, if you stand directly on it, you're probably going to die. Case in point, what happened to me once when I walked over one on accident and it exploded. Almost did that again right there. The boss here, he's pretty easy. He can do a lot of damage on you if you don't know what you're doing. Like right there, you don't want to run into the giant shots. They do a lot of damage. The tiny ones, they kind of do some damage over time. It's just, I think it's better to walk against the way he's going, because the thing is, if you try running away and you end up running into those shots, they go through you, so if you're running, you're taking the damage as it's going with you that can easily kill you, which has happened before. If you're trying to run away and you think you're running away, but those shots are just doing so much damage to you so quickly because you're running away from it. So it's better just to circle around. You may take some damage, but it's worth it instead of just dying. Hopefully the Doom Bow. I've never had the Doom Bow. Some people are a lot more lucky. Nope. Some people are a lot more lucky when it comes down to that. I've never got one, but I've talked to people who have like 4 or 6. It's insane. Okay, so I guess just 2 people. Just me. I guess one other person came, and then I guess it's just me and a low level, what is it again, warrior. Man, this dungeon's so annoying. It's a lot better if someone has a rush, but no one, I guess, wants to rush. I called it out too. I guess no one wanted to go. This dungeon's hard, especially with playing just by yourself. Things can get pretty hectic, especially the boss. But hey, odds are this guy's probably gonna leave, because he's probably gonna get close to dying. He's probably gonna Nexus before I even get to the boss or treasure room. That's good too. But if he stays, then that's good too. More help on the boss is a lot better. But he doesn't have like the best weapons, so you know, it took us this long to clear just one room because of all these enemies. So it may take a while before I even get to the boss, and just fighting the boss by himself is pretty bad. Okay, so now we have this guy here, the Puppet Master. This guy's annoying. I think I made a video with this guy before. The thing is, the first form is pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory. It's just he shoots around, but in the second form, which is this one, well, actually no, I think this still counts as the first form. But he starts spawning in enemies, and one of them heals him over time as well. It's very good to get the knight out first, because he has an armor-breaking attack, which, you know, that wizard does like a splash damage kind of situation. So you would die pretty easily if he just stands right on top of you. Okay, so as you can see right here, he spawned a bunch of clones of himself. And they're all running around, and if you destroy the wrong one, which takes a long time, it explodes into a bunch of like annoying puppets that start just messing up everything. But the thing is, the way to tell which one's the right one is it will have a shield above its head, besides the fact that you can obviously see that his health is less as well. But you can see right there that that one has a blue shield, which means you can't hurt it, but when it becomes a brown shield, then that means you can hit it, showing which one's actually the right one. This warrior too has been really helpful. His ability, which causes like extra attack and all that stuff, makes things a lot easier for this. What makes it even worse is that if you kill all the clones on accident and then he goes into the final form, You gotta deal with a lot of puppets while he's going into the final form. Whoop, I'm getting cornered. There's so many of them, and they just shoot these shots that slow you, so you're pretty much doomed if you get surrounded. So he's getting close to his final form. When he gets to like a quarter health left, and then that's when he moves. But the problem is you gotta shoot around these puppet clones, and you don't want him to get too low, because if you get him too low, then they explode into paralyzing shots, and then those really annoying puppets are left behind. Wow, these guys do a lot of damage. And I got my defense stat like max too. So like just standing way too long in all this mess right here can even get me killed pretty easily. Especially standing right on top of one when he does the 6-shot thing can be pretty deadly as well. It could set up to some pretty bad things. The warrior's still staying. That's pretty good, actually. His, come on. He's like almost there. Okay, there we go. We did it. All of his clones should be dead. Alright, there they go. Now he's into his final form, which is probably the worst form. Whoa, that was too close. I gotta be watching out. I need to be watching my health, too. It's not looking too good. I'm trying to do as much damage as possible, but this guy's just so annoying. Because his attacks do the maximum amount of damage it could possibly do. So I'm gonna wait for him to, No, why? They're not going for him. They should be going for him. Okay, I'll wait for him to spawn in one more time. Oh, nope, okay, feels like he wants to, Okay, he keeps on saying attack, but it's kind of hard. These knights keep on attacking me. This may take a little time. I'm trying to. He has a good strategy, though. I was thinking something different that was a lot more time-consuming. Actually, you know what? I should wait a second and have the knight go for him again, and then go. Yeah, that seems like it's working out nicely. I think all the knights are stuck over there now, so he can't spawn any more in. The only thing that he's spawning in now are priests, which does make it a little bit more annoying because he's getting healed, but it's not as bad as, you know, dealing with him. Yeah, alright. So now, what are we going to do about that? Whoa, 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 whoa. He almost died. Ooh, man. I feel bad for him. Like, he did all that work, and he almost died teleporting to me. Ooh. It would have been worse if he died, though. At least it's not that bad. Probably gonna send something really mean. It wasn't my fault, he's the one who teleported to me. Okay, there's one priest. Let's just get this guy out. Alright. Now, let's get this chest. Oh, let's do this. Let's get the gumball. It should make things a little bit easier. Pressing on I should just... Yep. Pressing on I makes it attack for me. So, obviously I'm getting an attack. I've gotten a white bag in this dungeon. Very happy about that. Hopefully... Come on, white bag. Come on, come on. Ah, okay. Well, that's okay. It's an attack anyways. I'll take it. I think I am only... Is it 5 or 15 away? I think I'm 15 away on attack. Which means that's gonna take a long time until I finally have enough attack to, have max attack, so I have the best chance of getting loot in dungeons. I guess max mana would help too, but it's not too much damage being added in on top of that. Hopefully another, oh, no. I was hoping that he would drop a puppet, that, Leviathan right there. But they're kind of rare to drop from them, so I wasn't really expecting it. So I have soloed, some before, like some puppets. It's kind of hard though, especially with the strategy I was using. Because like what I would do is clear the whole entire area. Ooh, a Sphinx. Those are pretty good. Mainly because the fact that they could drop a pretty good item, but I really don't want to fight one. I did before, but I was on my rogue, and that was a lot easier. Well, a lot easier in my opinion, but like for some people, playing as a rogue is a nightmare. The thing is, with, what is it? What was I talking about again? Oh yeah, my strategy is that ooh, nice, and a death pot. My strategy is that I clear out the whole entire dungeon, and when he does that thing where he starts spawning in enemies, I start dragging them to far rooms away, run back before they can chase me, then do the whole process over again till every single room's filled up with enemies, and he's maxed out on enemies he can spawn. And so that it's a very long time to take. Obviously, the priests don't get dragged, so they're still always Oh, what? They already killed the Sphinx? Wow, that's a shame. I didn't even know that. All right then. Okay. I don't think I want to go for a death. I kind of want to go for a dexterity, but if an attack comes up, then I'll take it. I want to fight it. Like, there's these things that are like a bunch of eyeballs. It's called a pentaract. That's pretty cool to fight. Kind of annoying too. Oh, here it is right now. Ooh, I could play a lab. I'm gonna play the lab. I had better luck the last episode in this place. Who knows, I might get it again. It does take a little while though. But with help, I guess, these 4 people want to join, but probably not a good idea for loot because of the fact that one person is a knight, so they're going to be doing a lot of damage. We do have 2, what is it, huntresses? Yeah, huntresses. So, besides mine, the thing is, I don't know. It's gonna be pretty easy to defeat the second boss, mainly because we could be constantly paralyzing him. So I don't need even need to use my pet, unless if people have the trap that I have for mine. These guys did not get the Teslas. That's great. Wait, where did the knight go? Oh, they're rushing. Yeah, I wanted to fight second. Oh no, I think they're second rushing. Whoa. That was a close one. I hate those things. Those giant robots right there. Those shots, I swear they paralyzed before, but now they don't anymore. Did they take it out because they were too overpowered? Because those paralyzing shots made him a lot worse. Now he's pretty bad, but not as bad as before. The paralyzing shots can be pretty deadly sometimes. Let me just try to... Oh my gosh. Just trying to run past this guy, but he's blocking the way out. Alright, there we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, little robot guy that explodes. Wow, I'm taking a bit of damage in right here. Whoa. That was a lot of damage that just happened all of a sudden. Nice. I got a wisdom and a tier 5 cloak. I'll take that. Tier 9 dragon soul sword. Oh, okay. Alright, so now we're going in for second. So it seems like he did rush for the second one. Let's see if they can actually bring him in here. Come on. Come on, he just has to walk a little bit more to the left. Oh, man. Okay, that's not good. Well, he's going to walk into it just trying to walk back to the middle, I think. Oh, nope, never mind. Okay. Come on. Oh, there we go. Start dropping the traps. Okay, seems like he's targeting me whenever he goes back. I gotta be careful about this. Nice! Okay, I got a defense. Oh, good news though. I am getting a mic soon. Like, I have the mic. I just need a stand because it doesn't stand upright. That's coming though. And also a adapter because it doesn't, for some reason, want to work on this computer unless if I use the adapter. So it's the adapter's coming too. The difference it would make is that in my videos, you wouldn't be hearing this all the time. Okay, that was kind of a cool representation, but still, it's kind of the same point. You wouldn't be hearing my, me just hitting the controls like that, like whenever I want to shoot. I guess I could just click on I and have it shoot for me, I guess, but, you know, what's the fun in that? Hopefully someone has an ink. Because, Oryx just closed the realm, so we're going to be going to the Oryx castle for the first time in this video, like, me playing this for the videos. This place is kind of hard. It's better when I'm a rogue, because I can run a lot quicker and become invisible, so the enemies don't want to kill me. But with this class, there's a certain enemy that's really annoying. I guess I could paralyze with the situations he might cause, because he's like this guy that spawns in a bunch of hornets, and if they get mad, and getting them mad is really easy, they just run up to you and explode, like into a bunch of shots that I think on top of that do a status effect on you, which just makes things even better. So I guess he's really mad, so now we're just going to his castle, and we're gonna fight him. The thing is, when we beat him, okay, first we gotta go through the castle, and there's 2 guards first before we can beat him. So everyone spawns at, oh, I guess only 2 spawns this time. Okay, so there's 4 spawn points where everyone can spawn at. So I guess this time there wasn't enough people, so they only spawned at 2 of them. But the thing is, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, so we got through that giant guy you saw. Do Janus? No, I'd rather not. I have never done the, basically, you saw the Puppet Master earlier. Basically, Janus is this boss that's like, he's basically the door warden. And so if you kill him, you go into, like, you run into the secretary of Oryx, and he talks to you and stuff like that, right? And if you talk to him for long enough, he'll, like, say where you want to go. And so you could go and fight the Puppet Master, which is called the Puppet Master's Encore, which is a nightmare. From what I've seen. I've never fought him, but he does drop really good white bags, but he's like very, very difficult to fight because of the fact that he's a lot more difficult than before. He has a ton of shots that do status effects. He's just not a good person to fight. Did they just kill him? Maybe they killed him. Oh, shit. Oh, that was so close. So, as you saw right there, that was the guy. Okay, I actually wasn't that close. I guess I was overreacting on dying there, so I shouldn't have Nexused, but that's the guy who does all the hornets. You probably saw him earlier because he is in an earlier room, but he's the guy that spawns in the hornets that explode, and as you saw, they all ran out to me. And what happens? The ocean again! Okay. This is where I died on my rogue. I hate the crawling depths. With a deep passion. It's one of the easier dungeons for lower level players, as it's called the Spider Den. But this one is the more difficult version that, like, all these spiders that used to be easy before, now cause status effects and can easily kill you. And the boss, which was so easy you could stand on it and not die with a character like mine, now is a boss that if you get even near it, it could kill you. The thing is, I hate this dungeon. You could rush it. I think I've tried that before. It's really hard though because it's literally built against rushers, because right before the boss room, there's a giant wall that takes way too long to break. So you could just end up pretty much dying just by trying to break the wall. Those are a problem. So these are bad. Like, they're not too bad, these like little things that are around. Actually, no, they could be really bad for the boss, but those are the bad things, because they give the boss abilities. Great, nice job, very smart. He just triggered the boss. Idiot. Oh my gosh. Okay, so basically all these different color-coded ones give him special abilities, and the more you break, the less like basically abilities he has. Like, one of them makes him really fast, so when you destroy it, he's a lot slower, easier to kill. There's a red one. Yeah, see right there? It caused me bleeding and quieted at the same time. That's horrible. And that's just because this knight right here wanted to be really close to the thing, so we can destroy it. But that probably wasn't the smartest idea, because he activated the boss, and oh, that could have been kind of bad. Because if he sits on you, you're pretty much dead. Because like one of them gives them as you saw right there, there was a armor breaking shot. And then there's ones that cause bleeding, and then there's ones that cause silence, and then there's just ones that give them just extra strength, I believe. Okay, so the one we're destroying next, I believe, is the one that gives him the armor breaking shots. Great, good job, knight. Come on. This knight, he's a red star. Or, I think, yeah, he is. The thing is, though, I guess he hasn't played this dungeon too much because he wants to activate the boss so much. Wow, that was a lot of enemies. Whoa. Okay, he's shooting all over the place. I just want to play this really safe. I just don't want to die. I really want the white bag of this dungeon. It's like, oh, okay, well I got something. Mana. That's good. I think I should use it on this guy. Alright, so now I got some extra mana. So now I can shoot, just like have a little bit more MP ready for whenever I need traps. Makes things better. So I think that's going to do it for this video. No white bags, sadly, but I did get some good loot today. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. See ya!